Team deathmatch. Make this quick and clean.
Hello everyone, my name is Vic Taylor and welcome to another Black Ops video. Before we jump into what this video is actually about, I'd like to cover one thing quickly. Due to several people asking me when I'm playing, what times I'm online, etc., I have created a Twitter account. And I know I've never used it before. I think I got one way back when it first all started and I never used it and I couldn't figure out how to use it. I was very technologically stupid when I was younger. But a lot of people have been asking me, as I said, when I've been playing and all that stuff, and I thought that it would be easier if I had a Twitter account, because people seem to check Twitter an awful lot, and it seems logical. It might fall flat on its face, but at least I'll have tried. So that Twitter link will be in the description. If you want to follow me, information about when I go online, how you can get involved with my channel, when new videos are posted, and random shit about my life, Black Ops, and basically anything will be posted up there. I won't spam it, because I hate spamming and I honestly can't think of enough things to say to spam, but every time I post up a video, I'll post a Twitter thingy, and you can find the video through there if it doesn't show up in your sub box, because I know YouTube have been having some problems recently. But if you want to follow me on there, cool, and I would really appreciate it. Moving on to the video, as you saw in the top right hand corner at the beginning, this is a requested class loadout. I've started giving shout outs to the people who requested the class or the gun because, it's cool and it's fair. So, the requested class loadout was the Enfield with dual mags and silencer, Python with speed reloader, Frag grenade, Concussion, C4, Flak jacket, Warlord and Marathon. I haven't got any of those perks as their pro version, so they all stayed normal. Now, the Enfield, I touched on it for I think a few minutes in a previous video when I picked it up off a dead guy's random body. But a lot of people seem to dislike it, but I think it's a very good gun. So, I just really like it for some reason, and it's one of the weaker guns in the game, the stats say that, but I just really, really like it. And I have noticed that you have to pump a few more bullets into people for them to die, but that may be because I have a silencer on this class, so, don't hold me to that. But it's vastly underrated and underused, especially when you consider the number of people still using the AK-74U, which I tried in combat training, and the amount of recoil on it is fucking incredible. Even with grip, I could not use it, so I definitely am not putting the 74U in any of my videos, which I'm sure you'll be pleased to hear about. The worst you'll get from me is the FAMAS, when I'm tryharding with a full party or whatever. But I definitely do like the Enfield. The dual mags, it negates, I believe is the correct term, negates the need for sleight of hand, so I'm happy to have Warlord on there, because dual mags, is pretty much awesomeness. Silencer, I think that is good, because you don't have Ghost, and I think the spy plane is an underused kill streak as well. I mean, people just don't use it much and they underestimate its effect, because if the entire other team isn't using Ghost and you put a spy plane up, you know where everyone is. So I don't get it. Some people just want to go for the big kill streaks all the time, and that's fine, but you shouldn't underestimate the little guys. So the silencer I think does work well, and definitely with this class setup, because you've got Flak jacket, you can't die from grenades, and in this gameplay you do see me moving out of range of a few grenades, and I'm sorry but I do that automatically, because I've never played with Flak jacket. It's always been either Ghost or Hardline, or sometimes Lightweight, and it's just an automatic reaction to get as far away as I can from that dreaded grenade sign before I die. But it was useful. I believe I survived one grenade kill when I was capping a flag in this game, which I would have died on otherwise. So yeah, Flak jacket's cool, especially for Domination and maps like Nuketown and Berlin Wall, where just the grenades are raining down on that B flag and all over the place, and you can't breathe without seeing a grenade. As I said, Warlord is a good one for this class. Marathon, I actually think it fits Domination well, because you're sprinting around a lot with this gun, and I actually did this gameplay after one person commented on the video that one of my videos was a little dull, and I agreed with him. It wasn't very interesting at all, so I went online and I just rushed around like a mad person and actually had quite a bit of fun. And I think this is one of the gameplays that I got from that. I'm not sure. My sense of time is just completely fucked up. But Marathon, it does work well. Marathon Pro, what does Marathon Pro do? I have no idea. I don't know where I got that from, but that's another tangent. I've covered the Python before, and I usually have the CZ75 if I want a pistol, because the Python, the recoil is just incredible. But the Python, it does well, and it does what it's asked of. Now, I have a funny story about C4. Well, I got requested with it on a previous class loadout that I haven't put up yet. It was made before this one, but I haven't managed to actually edit all the footage together yet, so I haven't got it out, obviously. But I couldn't figure out how to throw the C4, because I assumed it must be the right trigger, that you use to shoot with. But no, that just made the thing click. So I just fucked around and pressed all the buttons at once, and it's the left trigger which you aim with. And I honestly don't see how people use it. I mean, I see White Boy in his videos using it all the time, and I honestly have no understanding of how he gets it up in the windows and throws it over long distances, because I could not do shit with it. I really couldn't, and I just couldn't rely on it for domination, or really for anything, to clear flags or to get people out of camping spots or anything at all, because I could not throw it for shit. So I do apologise, but I doubt you're going to see any C4 gameplay from me unless you specifically request it and you want to torture me. Because I have no doubt that if I use it enough, I will overcome it and dolphin dive for the win. I don't usually do that. I usually just fail miserably on dolphin diving because I'm on tactical layout, but that was a nice dolphin dive. But C4 is just not my friend at all. The rest of the class, it's normal. I can't remember what Concussion does, but it does good things. I remember that. I didn't actually note why it did good things while I was playing, because all these commentaries, they are done off the top of my head. I just note things down while playing in my head, and then I just kind of think of them when I do this commentary. I don't write down any notes. I don't do any of that, because I don't like scripting my commentaries, and I only do that when it's absolutely necessary. Like, once I scripted a commentary, I had literally tried to do it 30 times and I couldn't do it, so I scripted it, because otherwise there wasn't going to be a commentary. But I don't like scripting in any way, because it takes out the spontaneity. I think I could pronounce that word right. It takes that out, and it's not as fun, so that's why I don't do it. And as you can see, my aiming is just as shit as it always is. You can't blame the gun for that, it just is me. And I like the red dot sight, I have to say, but I think that everything in this class works well. And I would have claymores, because I hate C4, but I think everything works well, and it's a well balanced class, and I think I could get some really good games with it if I stuck with it. I didn't get a very good score here, but I did get 6 flag captures, so I think that's good enough, as it were. But it's still quite a close game. That's a C4 fail. That was where I was trying to figure out how to throw it, and I throw it where no one would ever find it. I do think that if an enemy runs over a C4, it blows up. I'm not entirely sure about that, but I have the impression. If someone could tell me that, it would be awesome, because I haven't tested it. I haven't had anyone to test it out on in a private match, but And that's basically my word on this class. We don't have too much longer to run in the game, about quarter, a bit less of it. And I'm surprised it's so close, to be honest, because we've had them double capped for most of the game, but they've just been getting a shit ton of helicopters. And I do remember this, that I was worried about going outside because I didn't have Ghost on. And it's lovely how oh dear, yeah, I throw stuns and flashes when I mean to throw. Just ignore my fails. You don't have to see my fails. They're just imaginable failures. I can't talk properly. But they started getting helicopter after helicopter, and even though I forgot I had flak jacket when the grenades were thrown at me, I remembered I didn't have ghost when the helicopters were out. And you saw me switch classes a few minutes ago to take out one of the helicopters, but they fucking kept on coming. And my computer just went black. Oh dear, I hate when it does that. It doesn't usually do that. I think it's plugged in. Fucking thing. It's 2 videos in a row where something's fucked up. Yesterday's video was a Skype call, which you didn't hear. But thank you for 1994 Dave Mustaine for this class request. If you have a class request, gun request, etc. that you would like me to do, please leave it in the comments and I will do my best to do it for you. I do have quite a list of them at the moment, so it won't happen, like that. I hope you heard that snap of my fingers. But it will get on the list and I will do it eventually. Now, one of my subscribers just suggested about 20 minutes ago that I get a kind of routine schedule going for my channel, like I post videos up on a certain day, etc. And I was a little skeptical at first, but it's something new, it's something I'd never thought of, and if I'm going to make this channel successful, I'm going to have to listen to my subscribers, so I'm going to try it out. I already post up second voice gameplay on either Wednesdays or Thursdays, but when I fail at my latest attempt to record live, which I've got new cables for, it'll be awful. When I fail at that, I'm going to draw up a schedule and try and stick to it and see how it goes. So the gameplay has ended. Thank you to anyone and everyone who's been watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you want to, leave a comment. If you want to follow me on Twitter, that'd be awesome. And I will see you next time. Thanks guys. Peace.